Whoa, man. It is almost 5 o'clock in the morning over here, and I've been up working. Guys, I have never seen so many lonely and unfulfilled, angry women on the internet in my life. And why do they come to the internet? I never did understand that. They have no reason to be here. They don't have a website. They don't even have a purpose. They're angry because they don't have a purpose. When they realize that the small little purpose that I guess they're supposed to have is insignificant and irrelevant, they get angry. You can't even break up with a dude without a thirsty ass hyena running behind you. Who in the hell chases after some, typical, listen, that's not the actions of a woman. Men can do that. I don't mean to do the whole gender role thing, but it's certain things that women are not supposed to do. If you see a woman break up with a dude, don't run behind him. That is so embarrassing. That is so embarrassing for you to be running behind a man and then not just running behind him. Obviously, obviously, this man is more worried about that woman than you. There's no way. There's just absolutely no way. I don't get it. But, like I said, those people they live in a reality where the women are extremely, extremely desperate. And you know what? For them to if you are a troll and you're in some kind of troll network, and you're a troll, you have to understand that, well, at least the troll network that I've ran into, it's not real. It's not real. Nothing that they say is real. If you run into like a true troll network on the internet, you're going to hear things about yourself that aren't true. And their MO is to bring up things that are the truth, right? From your past, which really ain't that big of a deal. It's just sometimes it's people's path. But they're going to bring that up because they want the lie to be the truth. They want whatever it is that they have to say to be the truth. And they want to find love from that. You can listen. It's going to be very, very difficult for a troll to find love. People want, listen, troll being a troll, that's not real. That's not a real life. Nobody can ever get by in life constantly antagonizing people on a daily basis. That shit gets old. You can't be a troll and think that, especially in that sector, ain't none of that shit real. It's all acting. We all know that it's all an act and it's all a lie. All of it. All of it, basically. besides the information that they're able to find on people, like their addresses, their phone numbers, maybe a dispute that a person may be having with their landlord, maybe even a lawsuit that the person had to file. Maybe they're going to find your driving record or some shit like that. But otherwise, that's it. People are more than just information that you find out about them. There's always a deeper meaning for that, you know, and you're not going to find love that way. Nobody's gonna, at the end of the day, they would have to be in a psychosis, a actual psychosis, which is where at that moment they're very mentally ill. And when they come out of that psychosis, they're going to realize, what in the fuck was I thinking when I did that? What the hell was I thinking? It happens to some people. It doesn't happen to me. I don't, I do things with an intention, you know. Hey, Stevan Harris. I don't do stuff like that. Like, I'm not gonna chase around a man and a woman that I see are involved in something, and I'm not gonna hold on to what that man said about her while he was angry. And people know automatically that you have low self-esteem. I know, don't I? Don't I? Yeah, that's so sick. How could you even do that to yourself as a woman? That's just like my ex got mad and said, "Yo, coochie was thinking." He got mad at me. He knows that my coochie don't have no smell. But he's going to say that because he felt some type of way because we were arguing. We shouldn't have been arguing publicly. It shouldn't have happened, but it did. But he knows. Trust me, he knows. For you to be a woman that repeats that, like you're repeating it over and over again, like it's a gold mine for you. Like, what do you not want to be alone or something in that? Like, what's the deal with that? Why is it that these women that I'm talking about are not listening to the truth from other women? Why? They don't want to hear the truth. And we're all grown adults, like we can make mistakes. It's perfectly fine to make a mistake as long as you don't, like, as long as it's not a daily repeated pattern, hopefully. Or either not even a daily repeated pattern, but you just don't stop, you just don't do that for like 10 years straight, like I wouldn't. It's perfectly fine for you to say, you know what, I lied, or I did something I wasn't supposed to do. I did something out of character. I tried to do this and do that, and I shouldn't have done it. It looked foolish. I made a fool out of myself. Hey, it happens. It's perfectly fine to do that. But to just literally, how do you stay in a psychosis for 3 years straight to the point where you literally have to believe in a lie, to the point where you have to look at the photograph of a person and you have to tell yourself lies about what that person looks like. I didn't know that people stalked and became obsessed with very ugly people. I didn't know that they were doing that. I didn't realize that. I didn't know that. Typically people do that when they feel threatened by somebody. They don't do, a person that's not a threat to you. And why would that person be a threat to you? Why don't you just go away? Why don't you just, like, first of all, the fact that you've been stalking on the internet, like, consistently, and you want to justify the stalking. You want to justify the stalking. You want there to be an end game. And you want the end game to be some goddamn fantasy that ain't gonna never fucking happen. Why? Just say, hey, I shouldn't have never been snooping around this man's nuts. I should have never been joining in and being stupid. I should have said, hey, I'm going to stay out of that, and I for damn sure shouldn't have kept doing it. Just say that. What's the issue with just admitting to your mistakes? Especially if you're dealing with a man that you know purposely lies in social media. And then let's get a little bit deeper into this. I have been wanting my privacy for the past 4 years. When it came to my relationship with this person, I've always wanted my privacy. I actually had no issue with people not knowing that we were together or acquainted with each other or seeing each other. It was something that I didn't need for him to come to social media and say, hey, I'm still seeing Jamila. I didn't even want that. I wanted our relationship to be kept under wraps. But see, the people that, especially the women, because there's only like 3 or 4 women and then a few men that had an issue with it. People like that, they keep pressing the issue because they don't have a life. So it's kind of been like a forced issue to where I've had to talk about it. But in reality, I have the right to my privacy. Now, typically, if people are going to put a scarlet letter on a woman, it's typically because they're upset and jealous and shaming that woman because that man wants her. So you're jealous and shaming and giving me grief over a man that you claim doesn't want me? Well, then if he doesn't want me, then why are you so pressed about it? Something that is a truth and that is a fact, you don't have to keep repeating it. See, that's your fantasy. That's your delusion that, you know, people actually have to repeat over and over again something that they know damn well is not the truth. That's just like when they talk about my court cases. They don't know anything about and I'm not going to show any results of my court cases anymore. I'm not doing any of that shit. As long as I know what motherfucking reality is, I don't care. Because the truth be told is that, hell, I could go off and get married or eloped. I wouldn't tell no damn. I wouldn't tell the troll network. In fact, I mean, why do you think that you are gonna live happily ever after if you have literally been a troll? You think that there's something good at the end of that for you? You in a fantasy. You in a delusion. Ain't shit good gonna happen for you. Nothing. You ain't gonna never have nothing happen good for you. You ain't gonna never have no happy ever after. You ain't gonna never have no happy ending. You not, especially when you trolling people, and the people that you're trolling, you literally want those people to die. Like, Why? You know, you're the reason why is because you have a problem with them because apparently your fake fantasy online trolling is not satisfying you because it's not real. Oh, I get to come online and just make up something about something and lie on them. And that makes me feel better about myself and this is real. But at the end of the day, it's not real. That's why you're so intranquil. And especially when you have to repeat something that you heard me say. Why, like something as simple as that? Like I was just over there talking to that dumb girl over in California who needs to move back with her mother in Texas because girl, hell, at times, shit, I think we in a recession in this country. Shit, whatever. This dumb girl was talking about this quote unquote anxiety attack that I had, which was not actually an anxiety attack. That's just, you can label it that because that's what it felt like. She actually heard me speak about it earlier yesterday, and I stated how I was able to ground myself. She repeats what I said about grounding myself. She repeats it as if it was her understanding and not mine, and that I didn't have an understanding of that. Why do you have to hear something that somebody has already stated, but then pretend that they didn't know that? Duh. First of all, it was not an anxiety attack. It felt like it, but it was more of a psychic attack where I was picking up on my ex's anger and among other things. I felt like what I was doing to him when I flirted with other men. I felt that. Like that's what that was. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't, because it was the way that it came on too. It came on so quickly to the point where I heard him speak and it was just like the wind. Like he sent me spinning, swinging. He sent me swinging, is what he did. I don't know why. Just all of a sudden, it was the feeling that I got, and I felt like settling my differences with him because that's what he wants. You're a troll, bitch, and you're gonna come online and tell us that we're not gonna work that issue out. I don't think so. I don't think so. And see, that's where you get fucked up. I have never in my life sat around and argued with my exes for the rest of my fucking life. That reality is never going to get created. First of all, my exes live in hexes because they all still deep in love. Every last one of them. They can be married. We done moved on as water under the bridge. They still, for some reason, think about me and want me. So, and ain't none of my exes ever did anything horrible to me, like mess with my kids or anything like that. So I don't have that issue. Okay. I don't like, you gonna make me beef with him or you gonna make it real? No, you gonna sit over there and run your mouth and look crazy. That's what you gonna do. And he ain't gonna never claim you, and definitely, like, is he gonna cam up with you? I'm gonna tell you why Mike is never gonna cam up with you, Talia. He's never going to do that. or meet up with you, because he knows that if he ever does that, then I can do what I do about it. He is never going to be able to handle seeing me with another. See, as a woman, that wouldn't give me anxiety. Seeing him with another woman wouldn't bother me. It wouldn't at all. Him seeing me with another man would enrage him. It would literally be like rage. And it's not anything negative. It's just that men are men and women are women. And men have a tendency to do that. I've never met a man that didn't, like, they all have this little fantasy that their exes never moved on. He don't want to see me with no other. He don't even want to hear me talking to another man in a sexual way. He don't even listen. He can't even handle other men talking sexually about me, and I'm not saying anything about them. I can be sitting over here being quiet. He's pissed off at me for these men speaking that way. What do you have to fall back on, Talia? The fact that y'all on a team. Rest on that. Because he had nothing to say when you was over there, buddy, buddy, and chummy, chummy. He had nothing to say and gave zero fucks about when you was over there, chummy, chummy with Rio and chummy, chummy with Kevin. He didn't give a damn. It didn't enrage him at all. He didn't feel some type of way about that. He ain't never felt no type of way about shit that you've done. And you've been doing it for years. Why don't you just rest on the fact that y'all on a team and keep it kosher and keep it platonic? Stop trying to make it about sex. I personally feel like you're a health risk anyway, just based upon the way you speak, based upon the way you have spoken to Leah about how you use your body. And trust me, there's no smells down there where I'm at. You know the saying, you can always smell it on girls that sell it. Okay. And no offense to the working girls out there. But I heard that in that movie, Chucky, Bride of Chucky, when she said that. See what I'm saying? Like I feel that you would be a health risk. There are some diseases that don't have any symptoms also. All diseases don't have a smell. Like HPV that can give people cancer. There's no smell with that. There's like bumps, right? But there's no smell with that. So, you know, and the fact that you are talking about you were talking about having sex with this man that you know has had sex with me. I did hear him talking about he used condoms with me. That's funny. Oh God, that that's that anger will do that to you. Anger will make you say anything. He was angry. That's why I said, okay, it's time for me to talk to him. You're not gonna make me fight with my ex. I am not your fuck girl. I am not your fucking puppet. And it's like I told you, you are my main target. And coming on here saying 3 days till eviction and all that shit, girl, you ain't got the power to do that. You gonna fuck around and give 3 days to your eviction. Your apartment might burn up, girl. And see, also trolls do a lot of fishing. You want information. You want to know what day I'm moving. You want to know how many times I went to the bathroom today. You want to know what I ate today. You want to know if I drank sweet green tea today. You know, you just like, and see, I don't give a fuck about you. I don't want to know nothing about you. I wish you get the fuck out of my face. And I think you're saying that he's your man because you want to, and then you keep talking about money because you assume. Notice how she keeps saying it. Mike is not gonna help you. Girl, I make money every day at my business. You want Mike to give you money and help you. That's your only reason for wanting to deal with him, not mine. I'm going to always make a way, girl. That's you. That's not me. I have clients, I have students, I have valuables. I have a whole house full of furniture. I have beds, brand new mattresses, brand new. Well, they're a few years old, but basically brand new. And then we can tell that you ain't never went and filled out an application, got approved for an apartment or a house, and then actually dealt with some fuck shit the way I did. Because you have to stay on your script. You can't never keep it real because your self esteem is too fucking low. It is. It's too fucking low. You have to sit over there and believe whatever you want to believe. That's why you're not a mover or a shaker. You're not a trailblazer. You're not the type of person that's gonna make anything better. You're not. That's all you do is make shit worse. I'm over here doing very important work. And you really need to go sit down and have several seats and be quiet because over the next week or so, I'm going to be exposing a lot of information, and it's going to have stuff to do with like real estate and the real estate market and landlord and tenant law. You know, I'm going to make quite a few videos about that. I just got to I have other things to do. And see, if you interfere with me packing, because I'm packing and moving I'm packing up this weekend. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to say packing and moving, but I'll have all my boxes that I ordered very soon. Maybe even today, maybe tomorrow. I'm not giving dates and times and shit of nothing anymore. Okay. So I don't have time to deal with you if you try to interfere with me packing, because for some reason, you think you're clever and you think you're fucking smart. Everybody that has dealt with me that thinks they're fucking clever and fucking smart knows goddamn well that my spirits will wait till the last fucking second. They will wait till I swear to God, as my spirits are like that. They will make a person believe that they winning, and then bam. Like they love to keep you on edge. They love that shit. And it's really because a lot of the times they trying to give you a fair shake. But we all know that you want to do harm, right? You want harm to come to people, everybody. See, and then you'll say, God loves me and I'm godly. No, you're not. No, you're not. See, God sent me here to make things better for people. That's why I have traveled the journey that I've traveled. When I expose this landlord, I'm going to save lives, including myself. I'm going to save people. That's why we walk the journey sometimes that we walk, because you got evildoers out here. You could never be on my political level, my spiritual level, none of that shit, my financial level. You don't know a damn thing. You don't know anything yet. And it's like you just can't. And even when I do come on here and talk about this, once I'm in a position where, where I can relax and just kind of kick back and have some glasses of wine and just chill, then I'm gonna reveal this. But even when I talk about it, Talia, you're not gonna understand shit except for repeating shit like a damn parrot. That's all you know how to do. You're not gonna, I mean, you're not even intelligent enough to even understand. You don't even know what the fuck is going on out here in the real estate market. You don't even know. You don't know anything about the law. If you knew anything about the law, you wouldn't be breaking the law. If you knew anything about the law, you would know that you can't do the things that you're doing, stalk and harass somebody, and then when they make comment on it, you're going to report them. Like you can't even understand cause and effect. How the hell you going to understand the law? I'm not even a damn attorney and I understand the law. You don't even understand the basics. Hey, I'm breaking the law when I'm doing the things that I'm doing. You don't even understand the basics of it. You don't even know how to stay out of jail. Like, you're doing things that you taking penitentiary chances. And like, I don't get it. And stop trying to mix my real life with the lies and the bullshit of that sector. Stop. That, like, you trying too hard. And then especially being that we all know that the reason why my ex did everything that he did is because he wanted to break me down so I meet up with his ass. We all know that how what he do, and you want to make it seem like it's about me. You want to make it seem like like this, like we all know what he does. And you said if he not gonna do it, I'm gonna do it for him. That's because you miserable and stupid. We all know that my ex comes on this platform and acts a fool and will say anything. He will say anything. First of all, he'll say anything to keep men off of me. He'll do anything to keep other men off of me. He don't want no other man touching me. And then you come on here and it's just ridiculous. It is. Mm-mm-mm. And it's funny how you wanted to make me ugly. I appreciate you not trying to come over here and throw acid in my goddamn face and shit. You wouldn't get that close to me to do some shit like that. But the crazy part about it is that when I came up, you know that I look better than you, and you look older than me, and you're supposed to be younger. You tried to turn me into some kind of ugly old hag and shit. Like you got that kind of power or some shit like that. I think it's ridiculous. And you need to quit doing this countdown. It sounds like to me that you having problems with your property management company over there, Talia. Your stupid ass gonna lose. You definitely, I was listening to you. I was listening to you. You having problems over there with your property management company. But you too stupid to know how to fucking deal with it. You think coming online and fussing at people on the internet is gonna make it better. I ain't helping you. She done got some kind of notice. And really it don't, like, the problems that you having over there is because You got a lot, like I don't know what your issue is, Talia. You got that vagabond spirit on you, because Talia, and I've got clients. I've had a few clients that had that spirit in them, and I've had to help them with that. I've never lived from place to place and pillar to post, Talia. I've always been at like I've never moved around a lot and had problems with just being thrown out. As you can see, I've been at this address for 4 years now. And then also, if I was that bad of a tenant, why did they renew my lease last year? Right? They renewed the lease. You got that problem and you have no clue how to get rid of it. You have no clue. So you sitting over there doing that countdown like I'm not I'm I really don't care about that live that Mike did. It can stay up. But you over there really counting it down. Like you just and you count down your own damn demise, girl. And I hope that you die. Why? Because you know that because oh God. Why you can't find a man? Why is it that difficult for you? You know why? Because over there in California, a lot of those black men over there, they looking at them mixed women and they looking at them Latino women. Okay. Now and a lot of the white men over in California, they kind of want the trophy blonde hair, blue eyed wife. So that's why you having so much trouble over there in finding a man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's exactly the issue. And then you too ghetto to find one of the men that, because there's a lot of white men that love them dark skinned women and shit. You know what I'm saying? Or brown women. But you too damn ghetto for that. Men like that, they usually like a natural hair sister. They do, right? They just usually like natural, they just like that natural look. Okay. And they like a woman that can be a good mother, that focuses on being a good mother. They just kind of into that. You know what I'm saying? So you like, where do you fit in at? What's happening here? And it's weird. It really is weird. That girl ain't troubling me, Stephon Harris. I'm about to get up, get me a nice glass of ice water though. Let me get my ass up here, get me some ice water. Um, she ain't troubling me. Shit, she troubling herself. I don't be worried about this girl. I don't. I be worried about that man. God damn. I was like, oh my God. I was like, I got to talk to him. Cause it was just like, and then it just was this feeling that flushed over me. And I was like, oh my God. Hmm. That part is funny though. She's now over there repeating what she hears me saying, as a means to try to discredit me, to make it seem like I need her advice. Like literally, when I spoke about the situation, I spoke about how I was grounding myself. So it really wasn't that bad. Okay, it really wasn't. Like it wasn't a panic attack. It was more like a low grade. It wasn't a panic attack. Okay, it wasn't. It was something else. And and you just, God, pretty. And you know what? I digress. You have your little fantasy relationship, okay? I'm gonna let you have that. I'm a. It's not funny, Stefan. But she did do that. Like I literally was talking about how I was grounding myself and she said, "Girl, you had an anxiety attack. You need to ground yourself." It's like, but I'm the one that said that. Like, are you serious? Like, you know, and she's also heard me speak about grounding techniques too. So we all know that she watches me and tries to take my spiritual advice. So that's been noted. I don't want my spiritual advice to help none of my enemies unless leaving me the hell alone. If you doing more leaving me alone and shutting up, you know what I'm saying? She over there collecting spiritual advice and trying to regurgitate it and tell me what I already done said, you know. What the hell happened to why is my this ice cube tray gotta go in the freezer. Mm-mm. Anyway, I kind of don't like this sleep schedule that I've been on. I had my sleep schedule more so normal. I've been staying up until about 5 or 6 and then going to sleep. I'm sorry, and then going to sleep and waking up at about 12. I don't like this sleep schedule. I really don't. Okay, anyway, y'all, that's pretty much all I had to say. I'm just sick of and I think that the girl gets mad at people that she believes has real relationships. Because ain't nothing real actually happening for her. She wants it to be real so bad. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm. I drink this big tall glass of ice water. You know they say that drinking ice water like actual cold water actually helps your metabolism. So I've been drinking extra cold water. And I need to work out today, but I'm going to get plenty of exercise the next few days. And she's just going to act like a zombie. These people going to act like goddamn zombies because they know that I'm packing. What a fucking idiot. And they always watching. How do you wake up every day and search for court cases to find somebody's court cases? So, you know, when I sue the landlord, they gonna be following those court cases and shit. And if you try to help they like, and they so nosy. That's why your mama told you to mind your own fucking business. So fucking nosy. They probably gonna try to follow them court cases and try to fuck them up, and you gonna end up fucked the fuck up. You need to mind the spiritual business that fucking pays you. There is no fucking way somebody could be that damn stupid. You following around somebody's goddamn court case thinking that it's your job to try to what you tell me we gonna call down like that. Oh my God. It just is so stupid. You know? It just is so stupid. I'll be up working. I just got done right now the petition, Stefan. I just got done right now the petition. It was a goody good one too. It was a good one. Mm-hmm. Oh my God. This water is so good. Mm-mm-mm. I ain't never seen so many people set up for failure in my life. That's fucking crazy. So they gonna follow it around and try to negate justice. You know, that's probably why God doesn't give these people any power for real. God doesn't want some slumlord running around here doing that to people. Like that's disgusting. That's that's absolutely disgusting, bro. Like The, I don't even know what to say about some of these corrupt ass people. But I guess a corrupt person is going to be supportive of a corrupt business. Like, goddamn, y'all, like, we got to keep hope alive, y'all, because listen, can you imagine, like, I don't want complete anarchy. Can you imagine if we didn't have like restaurant code enforcement, like, to the point where, if you go to a restaurant or even a fast food joint and your food ain't safe, like that, like, I just, eh, that's why people like that don't need positions of power. Y- You know, can you imagine going to a restaurant because some corrupt ass person done ripped down the system and shit, and you eat a fucking egg and it's got fucking salmonella and you die, get real sick and shit. Like, that's oh my god. I just think that some people just, that's why there's some people that are leaders and there's some people that are not leaders. It's not that they have to be followers. No, but you're just not a leader. You're not. I am literally over here working Amber Alerts and doing all kind of shit that you wouldn't even understand, and you sitting over there stuck and obsessed on some bullshit, stuck on a fucked up landlord that's gonna get sued. Like, what the hell? Like, girl, do you know that there's other things out here that's why I feel like this, like, just don't come before me, because I'm gonna tell you that I feel that you're worthless. I'm gonna tell you that, man, because I'm on the side of righteousness. Like, I want to make the world better and do my part in helping people. I like, what do you do? Sit around and support corrupt ass people? Like, oh, hell no. That's just like, oh God. Like, I can't with the shit. I can't. I can't with all these corrupt ass people in this world, y'all. I fucking can't. You got to have protection from that corruption. You know what I mean? That is just insane. Mm-mm-mm. Stevan Harris, in fact, my spirits and God put me in this situation because it's a project. And I have an affinity towards real estate. Like, I used to be a licensed realtor. And you got people out there that's playing around with it. I don't believe that my landlord deserves to be a fucking landlord. They at least need to pay fines and shit, and they need to pay me for the injury that they did to me. 'Cause I don't give a damn what nobody says. I will bring an expert witness to court. I will pay an expert witness $100 an hour if I have to come in to testify of the dangers of having wild animals in your house. I will do that. And sometimes it's necessary for stuff like that. Now, I don't know if it's going to be necessary for, like, I don't know. I was thinking that, like, honestly, like, I feel like my landlord deserves to get sued for like 3 mil. He deserves to get sued for like $3 million. Like, I'm gonna expose his ass too very soon, for real. And in the meantime, I'm battling the landlord, Stevan. They are doing black magic. The landlord, they do ritual and they never stop. Who the fuck moved somebody into a house and start doing black magic rituals on them? Who the fuck does that? Like right off the bat, spirit gonna take they fucking company. Because they was one of the people that was energy harvesting off of me and my family. Like what the fuck? Like I've never seen anything like it before. But there's a lot of people that are talking like about that. Like, and I'm talking about on a professional level. I'm talking about on a professional level. Like they're not just talking like spirit is taking over to where people are just like noticing certain things like that. So it was kind of like they were on the front line in who does that? Like I just purposely neglected their property because they felt like it would make it easier. Because if you're in a position of, or if you're in a state, if you are in a certain mental state, it can make it easier for people to energy harvest off of you. Can you imagine how disgusting that is for your landlord to be stealing your life force? They act like they just going to the office and making real estate deals. No, they're literally like being weird and creepy and shit on their damn tenants. And here I am sitting here trying to find safe shelter for me and my babies. And you got this corrupt bitch on here who will get fucking flattened. And that's how landlords can create homelessness and fuck up your credit too. So, that's something that's important that needs to be addressed even in Congress. Like, this needs to be addressed to the Supreme Court of the United States of America. Everything that I'm talking about right now. Right now. Like, are you freaking kidding me? And it's not just me. Stop trying to, like, these people in the black sector try to make it seem like it's just me. No, when I expose them completely, because I actually did put up a video, I'm going to link the video while, you know what? I'm going to tell you what I did as defense for myself because, and I believe that the landlord is like, they some evil overlords or some shit like that because why are these people always talking about real estate and trying to collect rent? And it's like, well, I can't pay the rent. We have to go to court for that anyway to figure out what we, who owes who. But you know, they be out here. Yeah, they be doing the most. I'm tired. I forgot what I was saying, but thanks God I don't live in Atlanta, Georgia, because landlords, because I will be mad. It's bad here. It's bad here. It is. And trust me, they do it in them people that live in housing projects. All of those people's dreams and life force and energy is just being stolen from them while they live in a fucking hellhole. You better believe that it's somebody that's fucking rich because of those projects. I'm not even gonna break it down for like because a lot of people wouldn't fucking understand that shit. They just thank God I got a roof over my head. Yeah, but have you ever thought higher and deeper and darker about like what the fuck is really going on with that? And that's really fucked up to think that people are having their dreams and aspirations taken from them by people like this. And for what? And for what? Just because they're fucking evil. Just because they can. There's a lot of people doing shit just because they can. But my biggest defense against these trolls when they get to talking about, oh, you're being evicted, blah, blah, I'm going to post the landlord's Reviews. I don't have the name of the company on there yet, but I'm going to blow their asses out of the damn water. And they already know it. And they're pissed off about it. And trust and believe that they've thought about trying to murder me and my family, in which they would never be able to. The same goes for them. I don't give a fuck if you live in a $3-4 million fucking mansion in California. You try to fucking do anything to me, and something gonna happen to you. And you'll never touch me and my loved ones. They're not renting houses to people. They're creating trap houses for some other sinister dealing. Now, can I go to court and say that? Well, I definitely have a case of discrimination because I'm out in the open. So just me being a witch publicly proves the discrimination. Because people have a tendency that, that's why I was kind of thinking about, like, and I think it's gonna also be important for witches so that we can stop being discriminated against. That's some bullshit. And it ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen. They're not gonna deny us witches our lives. They're not gonna do it. They're not gonna do it. That's all I gotta say. And it's a guarantee. It's a guarantee. It's not a hope. It's not a hope. It's a guarantee. So the dealings that I have, like, are much more complicated. I'm like, bitch, I'm changing lives. And even though right now, yeah, I've got to move, you think my clients are not going to fucking support me when I ride or die with my clients that have dealt with the same shit? Like, fucked up shit, and you've never experienced it because you ain't even experienced any kind of life. All right, y'all. That's pretty much all I had to say about the situation. I'll see y'all later. I gotta go. God bless Atlanta, Georgia, is all I gotta say. God bless Atlanta. Um, I don't know why certain people insist on living in Georgia, though. I will say that. I will say that. They just recently arrested a judge who has a horrible reputation over in a nightclub in Buckhead. God bless this place is all I got to say. Okay? Goodness gracious. All right, y'all. I'll see y'all later.